The Aura Patch system was designed to enhance the body's energy field. The energy field, or aura, permeates around the body and affects all of the body's functions. Chemicals, pollution, and unhealthy living all play a part in diminishing the body's energy fields. Now, hear what these practitioners and patients had to say about the Aura Patch system and how it changed their lives forever.
I really don't believe in anything that's aggressive unless it's absolutely positively necessary. And we find out the root cause here of why you have this problem. We treat the symptoms, but we treat it naturally, homeopathically, and naturopathically, and then we turn around and reverse this problem that you have. And in the interim, the Aura Patches will give you, as an example, most people that with fibromyalgia, they can't sleep. You put the sleep patch on them, they fall asleep. I've had people that are actually on melatonin that still had problems staying asleep. Aura Patch on the pillow, they slept all night.
I had cataract surgery on both eyes, and I had 5 different procedures from the time of January to almost the end of September of 2009. I had infections, I had all kinds of problems. Everybody else said cataract surgery is a snap. It was not a snap for me. My eyes must have been so sensitive, and I had different kinds of infection that came along, inflammation. So I mentioned this to Dr. Unger, and he said, I have something I want you to try. And it's an Aura Patch for eyes. So I took it home, I put that patch on, and he said change it every 3 days. And I did, and I think I saw him the following week to have a leg adjustment, and he says, how are things going? I said, my eyes are getting stronger. I'm being able to keep my eyelids open. I'm being able to read more than 20 minutes. They're not tiring so bad. And I said, I'm just thrilled. So I went ahead and went through I think I had about 2 weeks that I had. Went ahead and got another patch, Aura Patch, and put that on. I'm wearing one right now, and put that on just yesterday. So about every 3 days I put it on. The strength of my eyes are doing so much better, and I don't know what else to contribute to other than it is that, because I still take some eye drops, which I probably have to, but I'm not on so many. And I just feel like the doctors were not giving me any help other than just say, try this, try this, try this. And that was not working. And I could tell, and I could feel it. And they would burn, and they're not burning now either. So I am really pleased. So I got a feeling I will be using Aura Patch for my eyes a lot.
8-year-old child. She came to me about 3 months ago. She was pretty much non-functional. She was not speaking, she was violent, she was harmful to herself and to others. She was not able to interact with any human being, actually. We did do functional testing on her. She is having neurotherapies in conjunction with the therapies that I use. But from the very beginning, I have been incorporating the energetic patches with all of her programs. And 3 months later, this 8-year-old girl is speaking English. She is interacting and wants to interact with other children. Her parents are just ecstatically happy with the progress that we have made in just 3 short months. We do have a long way to still go, but at least we are offering a glimmer of hope to these parents who have never met their child before and is now meeting her for the very first time at age 8.
I thought there was nothing that could help my nervous disposition, and I wasn't using anything. I would use homeopathics for my health, there are certain homeopathics which are good for the adrenals, and they help them get healthier. And but I would just drink a lot of coffee and try to deal with situations, and now and then I have a glass of wine to calm down in the evening, but of course that was not very good, and I eventually quit drinking. And it seems like the stress patches are the only thing that have really helped calm me down. Nothing else has ever worked.
I've got a 10-year-old who was very, very, very unruly, unmanageable, ADD, ADHD, you name it, bully in school. And after about 2 weeks on the Children Mental Focus patch, she made a pretty big turnaround, especially in school. Her teachers called her parents to tell them how incredible she's doing. In terms of it's been about a year now since she's been on the therapies, and now she's no longer on them, and she's still now making friends. She didn't have friends, doing great in school. So, that's a really significant change in a child.
He's 79 years old, retired minister, had a heart attack and went blind. His granddaughter that he raised is working for us on on computer recognition, search engines, blah, 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 that type of thing. And she came to me, she said, "Can you help my grandfather?" I said, "Of course." So I'm doing hyperbaric, mild hyperbaric, electrotherapy with the instilling through his head, which is legal because it's off-label use, and I warned him. And I'm using that for circulatory impairment, and I'm using the eye drops from England, and I added the eye stem and recovery and clear the NuView. So he is on all three of those, and I'd like to report that after he's been here 8 treatments, which is 4 weeks, his eyesight came back in his left eye, and he's starting to see light in his right eye.
A couple of years ago, a patient came in who had a rare disease that was destroying his eyes, his retinas, and he had to be on 10 years of cortisone to keep his eyes from being destroyed. Now, luckily, my specific treatments, we fixed his eye problem, and his eye problem is fixed. However, he was left with a severely compromised immune system and had systemic candida, which is a fungal infection that's normal in the colon, but if it gets in other parts of the body, it can be very devastating. And Gary's fungus was so bad that his fingernails looked like spider webs, that it was growing everywhere, and he couldn't touch anything because it just hurt too much. And this guy's tried everything. He's a very healthy guy, very health conscious, diet, exercise, nutrition, herbs, all the treatments he could imagine, medical, non-medical, and nothing was affecting this candida. And Gary came in on one of the treatments and said, "You're not going to believe this. You may think it sounds a little nuts, but I started using these aura patches, and I've been using them for about 2 weeks." And he described the candida patch and the parasite patch, and the pain was gone. And over a few months, a month or two, all the fungal infection in his fingernails went away.
I had glaucoma, and if you notice, I mentioned had. It is gone, clinically gone. My retina is completely healed and perfectly balanced and in perfect condition. My pressure went from 30 and 33 down to 21 in each eye and has stayed that way. And all I did was a homeopathic remedy called Glutaract, and I added the eye patch, and the new patch that came in was the NuView, and I just added the eye and NuView to it, and that accelerated the healing and the balancing of the glaucoma. And at my age and my history, my family history, everybody had glaucoma. It was pretty dangerous.